Hey guys, here with Argus, and this is a list that did well in the Cambridge, UK regionals. So I thought I'd take it for a spin. I normally don't like Argus. I feel that it's not really high skill enough that you end up hoping that your opponent messes up more than being able to do particularly good plays. But we'll see what happens this game. In a Faust meta, there's definitely some merit to playing Scorch because you can get them after the spend a bunch of cards to go through an archer or a spider or whatever you have. So he's on 2 cards here. No wild side. So he almost has to have Faust in one of these 2 cards or in like a couple draws to bust this changeling. So I'm just going to go ahead and push the Oaktown here. Get our money up and take it from there. Lamprey. Black. No agendas in there yet, but we've lost our sea source and our Scorch. So that's kind of miserable. But he appears to be still not having any kind of Faust, so probably have to power shut down. It's not even that good until the cash is gone. Yeah, I think it's just not that good to power shut down. If we had a second copy, we could kill both of them. But we're going to bleed from our HQ a little bit. He has to worry somewhat about us sea scorching him. But seeing a sea source in the bin and like seeing 5 influences early is pretty good for him. Alright, well that'll do for HQ. If he runs into that, he'll have a nasty surprise. I don't think he's going to run this until he finds an answer. So we can kill his wild side right away. That's probably worth it, actually. It's kind of expensive, but it is good to keep him off those cards. Hopefully he doesn't have another copy of it. But I'm sure he just drew this one, or he would have played it even earlier, so I think it's okay. So is he coming in our server 1 this turn? I feel like he's probably... I don't want to risk it. I'm only for another ice. Before I try overscoring this Alice. You always want to overscore Alice in the kill deck, because you need to get your pieces together. If we can get 2 Alice counters, then we'll be able to... I missed the last turn. If you can get 2 Alice counters, you can bring your Jackson back to get this back in your deck, and you can pull this out. But he's a Noise Plascrete deck. Well, that's unfortunate. Get a piece of ice. Yeah, Miramati, not really good at all, unfortunately. But we'll at least be able to put back our kill pieces and our other Jackson. So we're not going to come back there, so we want to see. Okay, 2 Alice counters coming up. So with the Plascrete, I won't need double Scorch him. Gonna be challenging to pull that off. Gets his wild side back. Not too shabby. So he's off to the races. We're somewhat off to the races too with our collection of stuff. I think the Miramati is probably not needed. Don't want to throw away agendas. So if he goes below 4 cards, we can get the sea source and we can sea double Scorch him. Noise is usually the one that's pretty easy to kill with Scorch, but the Plascrete not so much. So he's gonna go into this archer. I think we probably allow it. Doesn't blow him out even if we res it. And I don't want to give up 2 points, so we'll pass that over. doing pretty well in cards, and we're probably not going to get a chance to get him on this. So our best line is probably to go for the triple Scorch with this posted bounty. Weird as that seems, we can triple advance next turn, and then we can flip it over and fire 3 Scorches into his body, which, depending on his amount of Avid Worses he's got, could do the trick. Oh, kind of, we could just try to score out. We really could probably just score out easier than killing him, because if we hit iPad worse, on like the first, second Scorch, we just won't be able to take him out. There's a decent chance we can just push this Alice through. What do we have to put in front of this server? We could put another Raven. We could put... The Archer puts us back. We could put another Spiderweb on the outside. Right now, this is a little bit expensive. So let's say we would get... Yeah, this sea source is too expensive to use right now. He's kind of just taking a bunch of money on us, and we're not going to kill him anyway. I almost think the Scorch threat is not that good. And you should just not play it and hope they think you have it anyway. So say we would install Advanced Golding of 13, and then you would have enough to res all our ice. 1, 2, 3, 4, and you need to take a tag as well. That might be okay, actually. Let's jam it. If we want to get a hedge fund, for example, I think we do. We can keep 1 token. Do I not have a hedge fund left? Jeez, I really don't, huh? Well, that's pretty miserable, isn't it? Huh. Are they all? Yeah, they're all in the bin. Well, I've already looked at my deck, so I don't think I can cancel it. I'm just gonna grab the other Scorch, I guess. And we'll advance it again. Come get it, sir. Double David's kind of weird, but I guess he thinks there's Archer, maybe 2 Archers. I don't know. Not gonna cut it for him. Uh-oh, connection lost. Are you still there? This would be an unfortunate time to lose the connection at this climactic moment in the game. Or he's going to do or die in this server. I think he's just going to not get in. Well, that's really unfortunate. Yeah. Okay, well, regardless, I think we are in a winning position here. He obviously, if he installs anything now, he can't run again, so he's done. This game is effectively over, and like, this Scorch site was so worthless. I really don't like having this, because you just end up getting nuked by hard counters, and it's so expensive even if you don't. I'm curious how many Scorch kills this guy got, as opposed to just rushing out behind the threat of the Scorch. I don't know. It's maybe just not my style of deck too. Part of it is certainly your personal taste. Thanks for watching, guys.